Hey guys, what is up? It is me playing in ICP week 3, 4? Week 4. Yeah, that's what it says. Week 4. Um Oh man, what am I? Am I 2 and 1? Is it week 3 or week 4? I don't know. I don't know. 1 and 1, 2 and 1. I don't know anymore. We're here and there's a goal lurk on my screen. I expected everything here except no potential other mons that I won't state. I don't know. I gotta take every win I can maybe get, you know? Low tier. I'm so unfamiliar with this, and people may say, "Oh, it's just like regular draft league," and I'm just kind of like, I would look at some of these Pokemon and think they aren't real. Exhibit A, Golurk. Did not expect Golurk to this game, but I did not think it was real. Anyway, we're leading my Quillfish because I want hazards up. And yeah, that's it. That's the only reason. The literal only reason for that. Good luck, have fun to Leo. I don't know if I said that already. I haven't played Leo since a Gen 7 League, which was years ago. And I was really starstruck. And I actually almost won too. But yeah, I didn't really play the best. So hopefully I can play a little bit better here. And let's get this popping. So he leads Tinkaton. Probably to get rocks up. I don't have any removal initially, so getting rocks up makes a lot of sense on his end. He has no poison type, so I'm just gonna get up a T-Spike. I could taunt this thing, but in reality, oh my god, what has been up with my capture card? I'm about to fix it. Give me a second. Let me actually see what they click first. All right, so I think I fixed it. All right, so the plan here, I'm gonna get up a spike now, and yeah, let's do it. They encore me, so we speed tie. Okay. That's cool, I guess. Get up another T-Spike. It's dope. I know we speed tied. So they can definitely click knockoff if they really want to. Did they reveal air balloon? They are not air balloon. Okay. So if they want to click knockoff, they can. They don't really have a switch into earthquake. So I think, honestly, I'm just going to go into my Rhyperior. I don't think I lose a lot from doing so. I want to preserve my air balloon. They do have a Golurk. So getting up 2 layers of T-Spikes, I mean, in the long run, it's better, but like, eh. They do Gigaton Hammer. That is okay. Okay. I can click Earthquake here. I don't have to overpredict, or I can get my rocks up. But they can taunt me. So I think actually clicking EQ might be in my best interest. And going from there. I could have maybe went Pelipper just to click U-turn. I could have maybe did that. But I didn't really want to take a knockoff to the face on my Pelipper. They are play rough, so they do play rough me. Okay. So I do get my citrus. That is cool by me. And they are Shookaberry. Okay. And I do half, which is actually really good damage. I'm actually going to preserve this Mon. If they do want to try and Gigaton me again, I can get a spike up and start playing this game more aggressive. I did really kind of take a lot of damage on my Rhyperior for what feels like virtually no reason, which I guess I could have just pivoted into Pelipper instead. That might have just been better value, but I don't know. I kind of just wanted to put on a little bit of offensive pressure with Rhyperior. I popped a Shookaberry, and they're at half. I know their entire moveset. They might try and see if they can get cheeky and pivot into maybe Mandibuzz. They don't switch out. Okay. They probably Gigaton Hammer here. I do want to get up my spikes, that is for certain. They're probably going to attack me here. They do Gigaton. It does nothing. They pop my air balloon. That's okay. I am going to get up a spike. I'm just going to start getting up my hazards. Recognizing that things are boots are going to be really helpful for me. If they do want to decide to pivot into potentially Mandibuzz, I can taunt them on a defog. Because I do want to keep my hazards up, that's for sure. And looking at the end of the day, if they are defog on Mandibuzz, it actually works out better for me rather than anything. So they get rid of the rocks for me, which is helpful. They do decide to switch out. And they are going to pivot into Mandy Mommy. Okay. So I am actually going to get a spike up here. And then I'm actually going to defog here. Or actually, I'm going to taunt. Or not, I'm not going to defog. I could either go aggressive Kilowattrel, but they have a sack in the Tinkaton if they really want to do it. So I'm actually going to taunt their potential defog if they are that. They did U-turn. Okay. That's interesting. Okay. So they win the Mandibuzz to click U-turn. Alrighty. I should have got up another spike. I don't know. I'm just a little baffled is all. So they know I can only have one move. And I know getting up, I mean, I did get a spike up and I do have both of my T spikes up, which is great. I do kind of really want to get up more of my spikes and then punish the Mandibuzz every time it comes in. If the Tinkaton comes in, I'm actually just going to go into my Pelipper and click knockoff. And then if they do decide to go into maybe Golurk, they go into, what is this? Meloetta. And they, okay. So they do take a hazard. Okay. And they're leftovers. Okay, so honestly, this actually works out because if they are some sort of like subset, then it's not really going to get much of anywhere. So I'm actually going to get up another spike. They do Terrasilize here. And they Terrasilize into a normal type. Yeah, Hyper Voice is really strong into my team. That's for sure. They do Hyper Voice. Okay, so they are really fast. That should kill me. Yep. So, I mean, I can pivot into my Heracross on this. And then I can click knockoff. Or I can go into my Kilowattrel and click Hurricane, but I can miss. That is the downside to that. I can go to my Barraskewda and click potentially Flip Turn. And scout that way. I think the Golurk potential is really possible. So I think going into Kilowattrel might be in my best interest in just clicking Hurricane. Kilowattrel against Meloetta, they are really, really fast Meloetta, so they're probably offensive. Hurricane does not kill them, so I do unfortunately have to go into my Heracross. If they go into Golurk, I have a pivot in the Pelipper. So I can close combat. I am not really in a situation where I can fully predict the switch in, sadly. But, you know, I have to click close combat here. I can't really make a play. If I over predict and they stay in, then I'm not really in the best spot. So they do swap. They should go Golurk here. But yeah, so the best thing about this is they're starting to get chipped down, which is great. And I can actually just go into my Pelipper here. My Pelipper is kind of sort of useless in the sense that it has a lot of merit to just be that Pivotmon. So I'm just going to make this aggressive play now. I am Wakanberry. I'm Wakanberry for the Meloetta. But when it comes down to it, I mean, I don't really need the item. If they are like banded, then they do kill me after a Stealth Rock, the Poltergeist. But then I do get my rain up, and then I can start threatening with Hurricanes from Kilowattrel, which actually kills after the spike. So, which if they are banded, that is. So, I'm pivoting the Pelipper here. Drizzle goes up. Go for an Earthquake. Okay, great. I can just click Knockoff here. I don't really lose a lot from doing so. I can also U-turn, trying to catch that Lantern coming in. But I kind of like Knockoff more. I think Knockoff is a better neutral play. I get to see what their counterplay to this is. If they pivot Lantern, then odds are they might be Water Absorb, which is kind of what I expected. If they go into Tinkaton, which I think is their middle ground play, they actually pivot. Yeah, they pivot to Lantern. Okay. And they are Poison. Wow. So this is actually starting to go really, really well. So I click Knockoff. And there's Shookaberry. Okay. So I'm going to be so honest. I don't really have the best pivot into this. And they are starting to get chipped down. So I think it's actually in my best interest. I mean, Lantern. If I do U-turn, and they do try and Volt Switch, I think Rhyperior is so strong in this game. So I think I want to keep it, but I don't want to slow pivot. So I actually think it's in my best interest just to click Roost. They do Scald. Okay. So I know they're faster. This may seem like to Leo a really weird play, but I promise it's with intention. It's intentional there. If you were fast pivot there, I get the Roost off, and against everything else on your team, this thing looks great. If I'm faster than you, because I do have speed investment, I can outpace you. You do have speed, so I am going to U-turn here. They do Scald again. Okay. I am just going to U-turn. And now I can pivot into my Heracross. And now, I don't think you have the best pivot into close combat. I can also knock off, although your Shookaberry is already gone. I can middle ground Earthquake, but if the... I mean, but if it comes in, I mean, it's taking spikes, right? So actually, you know what? I am in a situation where I can just click Earthquake. If they do want to go into the Mandibuzz, I can go hard Kilowattrel that turn. And I actually punish a play from Leo just clicking U-turn because something's going to take chip. So I am going to Earthquake this turn. If they do want to go Mandy, then by all means. They do go on the Mandy. Okay. This is kind of rough, but I'm actually not in a horrible situation. I'm going to go hard Kilowattrel. If they do want to try and click defog on me, then by all means. Honestly, a lot of what they have is poisoned at this point. Please click defog. They clicked U-turn. Okay. Well, something is coming in on spikes, so I'm still getting value regardless. And honestly, I outpace everything on this team. Mana Buzz has only clicked U-turn. Okay. So they're probably not defog. But yeah, that Lantern is chipped down. This is great for Barraskewda. Barraskewda can actually win this in-game on its own. Yeah, Barraskewda actually looks really, really good in winning this in-game. That looks like Meloetta. Okay. So, Meloetta takes... Meloetta, I think, is close to around in range of a Hurricane. Yeah, Meloetta is in range of a Hurricane. It is like a min-high roll. But I think I'm kind of in a situation where I can either go into my Rhyperior and sack, or I can just click a button with this thing because I don't have a switch in. So I'm actually just going to Hurricane. And I land the Hurricane, which is great. And that is almost dead. I get a Confusion, which is excellent. If they hit themselves, that is best case scenario for me. They don't hit themselves. Okay. So I'm trading Kilowattrel for Meloetta, which is actually really, really big. Really, really big. Yeah. So this is a trade. So now I don't want to let the... A lot of what they have left is actually fodder for Rhyperior. They could pivot Tinkaton here. I don't want to let them defog, but at the same time, a lot of what needed to get value has already gotten value. So I can go into my Heracross, but if they do go Mandy, then I don't really gain a lot of value from that turn. If I go into... Honestly, Pelipper is my least valuable member at this point, so I am going to go into Pelipper. They do go into... Okay, yeah, they do go into the Tinkaton like I thought. They do take the spike. If I do Roost, they are going to Encore me. So, I mean, I don't really have a lot that hits this thing, being completely honest. So I can Roost and then maybe make a pivot into my Rhyperior because I'm kind of at the... Well... What do I think wins this game? I don't think Heracross can win this game anymore. Being completely honest. I think keeping Pelipper around and healthy is the way I win. So I am just going to Roost here, even though they revealed Encore. They're going to play rough me. And I want to see if I can catch them on an Encore turn. So I'm going to make this play into my Heracross and see if they can... It is a risky play. They could play rough again. That is something they can do. They could play rough. If they do play rough, I speed like tied with the Tinkaton earlier. So they have some speed. I should live a play rough, it seems, if they do play rough on an aggressive. Yeah, I live a play rough here. Yep, nice. And now I can actually just click Earthquake. Actually, no, Close Combat gives me the most. If they do go into the Golurk, then that's okay. Because I can sack to that Mon. That's completely okay. If they do decide they want to go into the Mana Buzz, then I am catching that on a pivot. But them going Golurk is completely okay with me because I'm still getting chip if they come in. And Barraskewda is looking really, really good. Really, really good. I got to roost up with my Pelipper, so I'm looking dope. And actually, this looks really, really promising. They do switch out. They probably go Golurk, but I'm not in a position where I can predict that. No, they go Mandibuzz. Okay, wait, this is great. So I'm just going to, yep, CC. That, I get a crit, which is great. I'll take that crit. Appreciate it. And they are Helmet. Oh, wow. So that actually really works out in my favor. Because I can pivot into Rhyperior. And I can get a Terastallization off. And I think at this range, Tinkaton... Yep, Tinkaton dies to a Terra Fairy Terra Blast. So I'm going to Terastallize here. I could get my rocks up in this situation, but I don't really think it's that worth. They could be Defog. However, if they are Defog, that ends up being better for my Pelipper. But it's okay. I'm just going to Terra Blast here. I could get my rocks up. I mean, what do late game rocks give me? They haven't defogged yet. And if they do defog, I underpace them. So I'm getting value on that turn. No, I'm just going to Terra Blast. Yeah, I'm just going to Terra Blast. If they do defog, then it is what it is. I don't want them to U-turn and maybe like their Tinkaton is bulkier and they live. I do just want to like go off of that and get as much damage off as possible. They do U-turn. Okay, good. Glad I did not click the rocks there. They go into Golurk. Okay. All right. That did a lot. Honestly, they never Poltergeist this turn because I have used my item already. So I think I'm in a situation where, how many turns do I have? I have one turn of rain, so I would risk a hurricane in that sense. I could get up my rocks, and then that way I secure the death of potentially Lantern. I can't really lock into... I'm going to go into my Pelipper. I don't think there's a situation where they can for sure like click Poltergeist, because I did use my item already. They do Earthquake. Great. The rain's gone. And I'm actually just going to click Knockoff. Or should I Roost? No, I'm just gonna knock. They are Cobra. Okay. So the Tinkaton might try and Encore me into Knockoff. I'm gonna try and Roost on the off chance that they don't. That Lantern not coming in is actually really becoming a problem. I can't lie. Because that Lantern is the one thing that's stopping my sweep of Barraskewda. Speaking of Lantern, that is Lantern. Okay, great. They do outpace me. I think I can U-turn in this situation. Does a U-turn kill me? I mean, does a Volt Switch kill me? No, I think I have to Roost here. I mean, I am with Conberry. They outpace me. Volt Switch does 48 max if they're bulky. I'm sitting at 60. So if they were to Volt Switch me, they do Scald. Okay, that's great. That's fine. They burn me. That's okay. That's great. That's excellent. I'm going to Roost here. I'm Wakanberry. That's the reason why I'm staying in. So now they are in range of the poison or a spike. What is that? That's actually like, that's 20%. So they actually aren't in range. So I can U-turn here. And I can use Rhyperior as a sack. So let me U-turn. Oh, the rest. Oh, okay, that's not good. Okay. Okay, yeah, no, that's not good. Okay. They're Scald. Okay. Scald Volt Switch. I'm going to go Rhyperior. I am Lightning Rod. They need to keep this thing alive for Barraskewda. So I'm actually going to get my rocks up here. They have to keep this thing alive. If they don't, then they potentially lose. So I think they have to go hard Mandibuzz, potentially, on an Earthquake. They could also middle ground and go Tinkaton and sack it that way, but I don't think they're in a situation in which they can do that. They're probably Fizz Death, now that I'm thinking about it. Which means that Crunch after Rocks and a Spike is a 2-hit KO. Oh no, that's close combat. Oh, Crunch is not. Okay. They do go into Tinkaton on a middle ground. Okay. Mold Breaker. Okay. Get late game Rocks up. Now, the Mienshao is a problem. How do I win this game? I have to go into the Pelipper. I don't really have another choice. You Gigaton, okay. Ouch. Now I am just going to Roost. Defog would actually be like horrible. I can't lie. If they are defog, that would be horrible. But I don't know if they would want to be defog. Especially into like what's it called? Especially into the fact that I have no hazards. If they are that, then good prep on them. They should always Roost here, so I'm actually gonna Hurricane. They do Roost. Okay. I can maybe get a Confusion. No Confusion. Okay. I'm actually going to U-turn here. Okay. Okay. Now, okay. So they should always sack the Tinkaton here. Which in that case, I can always like maybe reveal Avalanche if they do want to try and hit me. Avalanche is doing, I mean, that's 160, that's 320, that's 122.40. I'm going to Terra Blast here. They should always U-turn. This is kind of getting really, really tricky. It might come down to a Sleep Talk turn. I can't lie. This is a really close game. I didn't think loads here could be this close. I'm going to be completely honest. I kind of thought it was either get breezed through or get rolled. I definitely don't think I have the upper hand here. Only in the sense that the Lantern is Rest Talk, right? So they do U-turn. They should sack Tinkaton here. That should always be their play. And then Mienshao is a free pivot, unfortunately. Mienshao actually shouldn't kill me with anything other than maybe like Poison Jab or something along those lines. They go into Lantern. Okay. Wait, that's huge. This getting chipped is like huge. Oh my god, that's huge chip. Okay, so the rain's gone. How do I preserve my win here? They're dead to... That's 5, 10, 15, 20. They're actually dead to spikes and rocks. So, how do I play around this then in that case? Because Barraskewda can win at this point. If I just spam Liquidation, unless they're like fake out Mienshao, which they could be, like a fake out feint set, I'm just gonna Terra Blast. If they do reveal like an electric move, I am Lightning Rod, so I have a 2/3 chance of... Oh, they're not Sleep Talk. Okay, so Lantern's dead, so that opens up Barraskewda. This is huge, by the way. Like, I now have a chance at winning. If they were like Rest Sleep Talk Dual Stab, I definitely did not win this. But now I actually have an out, which is great. The hazard stack is really actually helping. I can't lie. So that's a spike. So they are going to live. They are Rocks, Dual Stab, Encore. So I'm actually in a situation where I can just sack this Mon. And I mean, I can click Terra Blast. It doesn't really matter what I click. And then I can go into my Barraskewda and click Flip Turn. They do Gigaton. It's fine. Rhyperior did its job. W Rhyperior. Rhyperior's the GOAT. That Mienshao is definitely like a fake out, like something is going on back there. Definitely, for sure. So I am going to go into my Barraskewda, and am I in a position where I can click Flip Turn and bring in, well, how, if I look at Barraskewda versus Mandibuzz, after Rocks, they are living a hit from me. So I actually do want to... I want to Flip Turn here for sure. Because I don't want to let that Mandibuzz in. So, yep. The Tinkaton's dead. This is going to be a really close game. Mandibuzz and Mienshao left. Mienshao is going to start to take poison. I am in kind of a weird situation. If they are banded Mienshao, then Liquidation into Liquidation can pick this. Otherwise, they're not killing me. Unless they do reveal like some fake out shenanigans. Like fake out feint. They do go into Mandibuzz. Are you taunt? I mean, in any case, like, I can U-turn? No, I always not. No, I roost first. I always roost. They do roost. Okay, they roost themselves. That's okay. Underspeed them. So I can click knockoff. Now, the only problem is, like, I kind of don't really break this. They knock off themselves, so they are going to know that I am Wakanberry. And then their helmet is going to go. In the rain, I 2-hit KO Pelipper. So I need to roost twice. If they are taunt, then great click. They Brave Bird. I might live. I do live. That's huge. And I am going to roost. And then I am going to... one more turn of rain. I roost again. I have to think about this. They Brave Bird again. Oh my god, they crit me. Oh, that's actually really bad. Okay. As long as I can come in on another round of rocks, then it doesn't really matter. Yeah, okay. So I need to U-turn. They do roost. Okay. Okay. So, I mean, unfortunately, like, I don't think I win this game because I cannot break. I mean, they're knockoff, U-turn, roost, and Brave Bird. And Brave Bird to my Bear Scuda. Is doing 45%. And I'm not even in the rain anymore. So, I mean, as long as I flip turn into U-turn, I play to my out of them not being fake out. And if they are fake out, then I kind of just lose the game, right? So I'm just going to flip turn here. I'm playing to my out of if they're not fake out. That's my out right now. If they are fake out, then great prep, GG, you win. They click knockoff. Okay. So I am gonna die here. I need to use this as a sack. So I'm gonna U-turn here. They should roost here, always. If they don't, then that's great for me. I wish I managed to get up more spikes. The more spikes would have helped. Also, getting rocks up sooner maybe would have helped. But they do roost here. And I'm going to U-turn. Pelipper is out for the rest of the game. And now it's Barraskewda versus the world. I do a lot of damage, but I don't think it's enough. I have a lot of bulk on this. They aren't foul play, they're knockoff. So if they do knock me off, that's actually really helpful. Although, yeah, is it? Maybe. I should live any hit from this, regardless. Brave Bird does 45 max to me. And if they are, like, fake out, then, like, I pop it there, and I have to hope that they're not fake out faint. If they're fake out faint, then I just lose the game. Because I can use my Pelipper as a sack and then go from there. This is a really close game. Okay. Huge damage. They roost. Okay. So they're stalling out turns. I need a drop. That is what I need. I need the drop. I need the drop. Ooh! They roost again. Oh, wait, I can't drop because of their, what's it called? Because of their ability. I just peeped that. So they can, like, pretty much stall me out effectively here. But, I mean, as long as, I mean, me and Chow... If I'm not in rain... I mean, if I'm not in rain, I'm killing me and Chow. Yeah. They knock off here. Okay. I live. They knock off my band. Rain stops. I should kill them. And then now I just have to pray that they're not max speed. Or like Choice Scarf. For some random reason, even though there's no reason to be Choice Scarf. If they are Choice Scarf, then they're creeping like Scarf Heracross. But like I think they're like some sort of in-game Mian Chow. They do reveal to be okay. Like it really just comes down to what they are, being completely honest. Outside of rain, I kill them. Actually, I'm not banded anymore. But I just did not respect Jolly. I didn't respect Jolly Mian Chow. So if they outspeed me, they're probably Scarf. If they're not Scarf, then I don't know why he's running Jolly Mian Chow. Like I don't know why that's a thing. I think they're Scarf, being completely honest. But GG to Leo. Yeah, they're Scarf for sure. Yeah. GG to Leo. This was a great game, regardless. You know, it just goes to show that you don't need hazard removal in order to get close to a game. Yeah, I just think I don't know. I don't know what I could have done better there. Like maybe I could have, I don't know. Their mana buzz was just really hard to break without Kilowattrel. So GG to him for sure. Okay, so yeah, they are Choice Scarf. If they're not, I'm going to be really surprised. But yeah, that's going to be GG's to them. Great game, 1-0 win. Low tier is definitely not my thing. It's not my format. But I think I did pretty good. You don't need hazard removal in order to win a game. That's kind of all I really wanted to insinuate. Even though I did lose here, it kind of wasn't really at the expense of hazards. I think I could have played a bit better. I maybe could have used Kilowattrel a bit more effectively. But I think I played well. I think I played to what my strategy was. And kind of went from there. Maybe I could have roosted actually on that turn instead of clicking U-turn and saving as a sack. But I just didn't think that the mana buzz could stall me out like that, like it did. So yeah, maybe that was a misplay by me. But other than that, I think I played well. And yeah, so with that being said, I'm gonna get the heck up out of here. I hope you guys all enjoyed this game, and I will see you guys next time. See ya.